Hello everyone. One more training day, it is behind us. Today I done back workout. I was doing back workout at home. I done variations of the pull-ups. So today I supposed to do legs, but I switch. The training is yesterday I injured my ankle while I was doing judo. Actually, while I was warming up for the lesson of the judo, I injured my ankle, so today I skipped, as still my ankle is swollen and I didn't want to make it worse. For me, if you ask me for the back, for the upper back, the best workout that you can do it is pull-ups. So whatever I do when it's involved only upper back, as majority of my workouts when it's based with the back, it is related in the beginning with the deadlifts. So for me, as I'm coming from the powerlifting, deadlift it's something that it is, you know, like main exercise for the back, as everything it comes from there, from the lower back, of course legs as well. For me, for everything, legs and the back. So if you don't have strong back, for me you don't have nothing. Then, as I said, whatever I do related to the upper back, I'm doing the pull-ups. So for me, none of the machines, none of other exercise can change that. I done, from each exercise that you will see in the video, I done by 5 sets. And some of the exercise that I involved, it's there to improve my grip strength as well, as I'm doing judo, so I like to input something like that. Another thing it is that everything what I do, it is based to be there to build my body, but even to build my strength and endurance. So as for me, whatever I do, it's not based only on the look. As I'm saying, I'm coming from the powerlifting. For me, always the main thing from when I start training, it was the strength. While I was in powerlifting, never I was thinking about my physique, how I'm looking, and so only it was about my performance, how much I can lift, how strong I can get. Yes, thanks God, because of my genetic, I was developing really good while doing powerlifting. I was not gaining so much, I was not getting so fat. At some point, yes, I was not fat, but still it was above what I wanted, but my main goal, it was the strength. So check this video, check the exercises, follow. I'm sure that it's going to help you in each segment that I mentioned before. Now another thing I would like to go on, I would like to talk about the training that I'm filming and I'm placing on my Instagram and my YouTube channel. So here, the base of all of this that I'm doing, it is not only the look, as always I'm saying in the videos and I'm mentioning from the early beginning. It is the strength, look, endurance, and so on and so on and so on. So I'm 12 years in sport, I'm even more, but say it, 12 years in fitness, to call like that now. Bodybuilding, powerlifting, CrossFit, whatever it is, everything it goes under that. So everything is based on fitness. So everything, each exercise each lift that all of us we are performing, it's the same, you know. If it's bodybuilding, if it's powerlifting, if it's weightlifting, if it's so many things, it's under the same thing. Even if you're a wrestler, if you're a judoka, if you are in gymnastic, all of boxers, kickboxers, MMA, all of the guys are using the training that is based with weights. Obviously, somebody more, somebody less. Somebody with more weights, somebody with less. Somebody with more repetition, somebody with less. And so on and so on and so on. So this I'm saying as I had one of the guys commenting on the videos that I post on the Instagram, and of course I completely I understand everything. As I'm saying, not all of us we are thinking the same, not all of us we are having the same point of the view on the things. So basically the thing it was because the last video that I made, it was of the shoulder workout. And I mentioned that development of the shoulders and of bolder shoulders. and we touch that subject. First he started about the joints, that the exercises are not so good because of the joints and so on and so on. So I'm training for more than 12 years, I'm not having the problems with the joints. Thanks God, with that never I didn't have. I had a couple of things with the shoulders, but it was based on some other stuff, and even that when I was injuring it was from other exercises, not of the shoulder exercise. Your joints, you're not going to hurt so much, and the most of the time when the joints are impact, it is because the muscle is developing too fast, and joints, tendons, ligaments are not following. And 99% of the time it is because over there it is involved enhancement, you know. So I'm not going to enter so deep in it, but that is 99% of the time that it is. As the muscle, it will grow so fast, you will get so stronger, but the tendons, ligaments and joints cannot follow the muscle. Simply cannot, because muscle is growing and getting stronger much harder and much before the rest of the things. Another thing it is for the, as we spoke about the boulder shoulders. So first, even the exercise that I put, it was the supersets, and that is not only what I did. So the full training, it is on YouTube. This it was only segment that I put on Instagram. And obviously, as I said, I'm not putting all of the sets and everything because I don't want to make video 1 hour long. Even like this, 6-7 minutes. Sometimes it's long. People, they don't want to see all of the stuff, you know. Like me, I like, but somebody doesn't. About the boulder shoulders and development of the shoulder. When I talk about that, me in my video, not even one, I'm not talking, it's different point of the view of someone who is competing in bodybuilding, man physique or whatever. Even this, when I'm talking about the categories and this kind of stuff, when I say I will put everything under one, under bodybuilding, because it's coming from there. So, and when I'm talking about the bodybuilding, I'm going to talk about the guys that are competing in bodybuilding, not that you're doing that because it's your passion and because you want just to look good and nice. And so not only bodybuilders, they have boulder shoulders, develop shoulders, and as I'm saying, I'm not bodybuilder. Yes, the exercises that I'm performing, they are the exercises that is performed by bodybuilders, but that doesn't mean that I'm bodybuilder. All of us, we are bodybuilders, isn't it? Because we are building our body. But the boulder shoulders I have. You have my videos, you have my photos, you can see my shoulders are boulder. So me, this what I'm doing, it's working perfectly fine for me. As well, even before, while I was doing different kind of stuff, while I was doing powerlifting, still it was. And the thing it is that if you want to develop your shoulders, you don't need to do everything strict as bodybuilder, so it will be, and I'm sure the 99% of you who's watching this, it's not there to see this, isn't it? Because if you want to look like, I don't know, Ronnie Coleman and Kevin LeBron and the guys like that, you would go and watch their videos, not mine, isn't it? Because I'm not looking as them, and it's so simple. So the thing it is that I'm talking here about basic development of the muscles, strength, endurance, and so on and so on and so on. And as well for me, as I'm coming from powerlifting, that we need to separate powerlifting and bodybuilding. You know, I have many of my friends, they're bodybuilders, they're top level bodybuilders. I have top level powerlifters friends, and some of my really good friends that are in bodybuilding. And me and them never will not agree on many things. It's simply like that, you know. We have different view on the training. But one thing is for sure, that both categories are, you know, looking for improvement, for something that they want to achieve. They're over there, put their mind there, put the work there, and, you know, always I used to say, for bodybuilding, for me, it is something, you know, everybody has different view, but for me, it's something that is high level. As for me, I would never be able to live the style of the life like that. It requires a lot of time, a lot of everything that you do based on bodybuilding. you need to be 100%. If you really want to be on the top level, you need to make it. You know, even if you don't want to be on the top level, but you want to be on some higher, you know, ladder, to say like that, you need to put too much. You know, each meal that you eat, you need to scale. Whatever you drink, whatever you eat, whatever you do, whatever, everything you need to follow. Me, I'm really disciplined. When I'm having something in my mind, I go for it. But this is something that I would not, you know, still I'm saying, the things that I did done last year, it's something that even me, I was not thinking that I will be able to do, you know, the cutting the weight, like 25 kilograms, reducing in my body weight, the level of the physique that I brought at one point, even not wanting that. But you know, looking the amount of the lean body that I got, it's something that I would never think that I will bring to that point, because at some points I was so lean that I couldn't believe, even on my own, you know. So the thing it is, as I was saying, it is something that it requires something special, and for that, head down. But not everybody has the same view, and that's what I'm saying again. Not only bodybuilders has something developed. Another thing for me, if you're looking huge, you're looking big, ripped, and you know, for me doesn't mean nothing, because you know 99% of these guys are limited, you know, on the other stuff. So your strength, it's not there. Your endurance, it's not there. Many things is not there. Again, I'm saying, while I was in powerlifting, my endurance, it was not the same. You know, my strength, it was on the top level, but my endurance, it was catastrophic, you know. So those are the things that are varying, you know, from sport to sport, from view to view. Here in general, I'm talking about the look, about the strength, about the endurance, about discipline, consistency, and so on and so on and so on. And this, all of us, we are having, doesn't matter if you're a powerlifter, bodybuilder, judoka, wrestler, boxer, kickboxer, whatever you are. If in something of this you are really in, you know that all of us, we have this. That's the thing what I'm talking about. Another thing what I would like to mention, for me, as always I'm saying, me when I'm doing, for example, bent over row, me I'm not doing it strictly when I'm doing with the barbell, because for me it doesn't have sense. Me when I was doing for powerlifting, so always I used to have stretch all the way down, pull with my lower back, and then finishing it up. Because for me it doesn't have sense to do really strict bent over row. Because when I come to that point to do something like that, I go on the machine and I do it. Because of that, they are the machines. Another thing I'm saying, I mentioned the guys like it was Ronnie Coleman, Kellen LeBron, Brent Warren, and so on and so on and so on. They don't have the same training. You know, you have Miloš Arčević is coming from my country, which I respect him so much. For me, one of the best physiques ever. For me, shaped perfectly. But guys, this guy never was so close like the guys, it's, you know, like Kevin LeBron, like Ronnie Coleman, like the similar guys, because they were far bigger than him, and their exercising and his, it was not the same. And still, when you are 80 kilograms, 90, 100, or 130, 40, 50, it's not the same training. Another thing, again, I'm saying, enhancement over there is playing the huge role. And when you see those huge guys, you know, for them, it doesn't have sense to do something like that with that kind of the weights. Maybe that they could first. Not a lot of them, they lift a lot, but say it, you know. And this we can argue, you know, because when I say this, you have the guys that they have 140, 150 kilograms, and me when I was on 95 or 100, that I used to lift far more than all of these guys, you know, and they used to be heavier than me, 40, 50 kilograms, you know. And still, the guys in that category that they're in powerlifting, there is so many of them that they're above me, you know. So the levels are different, again I'm saying. But that's the thing, because not all of us we are training for the same thing. And another thing, with that level of enhancement that they have, and those muscles that they are developed like that, be sure that none of them they have developed tendons, joints and ligaments as the muscles. That's for sure, because can't follow. Because of that, on that level it's happening a lot of harsh injuries and this kind of stuff. So I would like to split this kind of stuff. Again, I'm saying this based something on experience, as you know, I'm telling you, I'm 12 years in powerlifting, and the training that I was doing when I was still, I have on my mind to compete in the powerlifting. I'm not saying that I'm out of it, but at the time when I was training 100% for it, and now it's not the same, and can't be. Another thing, again, now I'm doing even judo, so even the things that I'm doing that it will help me in those kind of stuff, you know. Like as you can see, sometimes I'm doing pull-ups with a towel. Sometimes when I'm doing as for example this exercise of the shoulders that I'm doing, it would, for me, it play the big role in making the training for judo easier and better. So that's why as well that I'm doing. But that doesn't mean that it doesn't develop your shoulders. As I'm telling you, you go on my photos and my videos and you can see that my shoulders are really nice shaped. So I have bolder shoulders. Bolder. On this video you're gonna see there is going to be one video where I'm just posing after doing the pull-ups. See over there and decide on your own. And another thing, I'm not enhanced, I'm not taking anything, not protein, not creatine, no nothing. 9 months I was not training. This is not even 1 month how I'm training in the gym. Not even 1 month. Yes, all the time I was in training as I was training judo. So that it helps. But that's what I'm saying. I didn't lost everything. And this that I'm gaining is because of muscle memory and so on. This is, we can talk hours about this, but this is not changing the thing. You know, it is the same like you say, you know, because the guys, how many guys you know that they are doing this street workout, that they don't go in the gym? I know them a lot, and that they are looking really, really nice. Their shoulders are developed, back, chest, you know, and they look amazing. A lot of them, they're looking far better than me. They're looking far better than me. I'm going to give you one example. I have one of the guys that I met recently. So he likes to train outside, doing the pull-ups, running. I think as well he's doing the swimming. And now sometimes he's training with us in the gym. Guys, this guy, he's a bit, maybe looking a bit more skinnier, but he's far taller than me. But if you look how his muscles are developed, the shape of his muscles, I like much more than mine. Honestly, I'm stronger, but his muscles are much better shaped. His triceps, he's leaner even than me, you know. His triceps, it's looking perfect. It's looking perfect, you know. His shape, you know. His shoulders are not so big, but they're shaped nice, and you can see through the t-shirt, you know. So this kind of stuff, you don't need to be bodybuilder so you'll have something developed or to achieve something. As bolder shoulder, it doesn't mean that you are like, I don't know, let me take someone like Nick Walker, that his shoulder is bigger than my head, you know, and my head is huge, but his shoulder is much bigger, much rounded, much more defined. But if you have smaller shoulder and it's still, you know, shaped and it's looking nice, that's bolder shoulder, you know, it has the shape of that. Doesn't need to be like this, and I don't know, you don't need to be on the top level bodybuilding to achieve this. That's the point. That's the point what I'm talking about. And in any of my videos, you're not going to see that I'm mentioning if you want to be a bodybuilder or blah 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 or so on and so on and so on. Another thing, this is what I was talking about the exercises that I perform. There is the exercises that I'm doing really strict, but for that the most of the time I'm using the machines. Even in the barbell training, there is the exercises that I'm doing, but there is what and how. But then again, you know, if I talk with the bodybuilder about the leg workout, never will not agree, you know, because none of them, they are not doing, for example, when they do the squats, first, they don't look squats as something that is going to develop your legs so much. And, you know, the other thing, if you're talking of the range of motion that the bodybuilders are doing, we are never going to agree for any exercise, you know. So opinions are different, and as I said, I respect every opinion, and these things are something that we cannot we can talk, but we can't get on the point, you know, because the views are always different. And as I said, different guys, different genetics, different things behind food enhancement, and so on and so on and so on. But one thing is for sure, if you want to look good, if you want to be stronger, you can follow this that I'm placing on YouTube, sometimes on Instagram. You can follow and make sure, and you make sure that you do the work and that you will get the results. If you follow something like this, be sure that you will get the results. Guys, I'm not looking, I don't know now, wow, you know, I cannot say that for myself, but I cannot say that I'm looking bad, you know. As you can see from the videos, I'm built, I have the build, I have the structure of the muscle, I have strength, you know. So, and this is the stuff that I'm doing. So this that you see that I'm doing is the stuff that I do, and this is something that is developing me. So if it's developing me, why it will not develop you? And again, I said, you know, for me, for example, one of the best shaped people on planet Earth, for me, listen, this we can argue and discuss, but guys, go and check the guys that are coming from the gymnastic. Go and see those guys. Check their shoulders, check their forearms, chest, biceps. Guys, you know, so this is the thing. This is the thing. And as I said in the beginning of the video, if you want to be top bodybuilder and to develop your shoulders like, I don't know, Nick Walker or some of these guys, you're not going to come and watch my videos. So guys, I hope that you like the content that I make. I like that I would like that you see the point that I want to make. I would like that you would see the discipline that I have, and the amount of the work that I put in, and that you will follow, and that you will pull out something good from it. My point it is that to show you that you can do everything, as always I said. As I said when I started doing this channel, I said I want you to see that you can do your training and you can improve your look, your strength, your endurance, each segment of your life through training. Doesn't matter if you're training in gym, at home, outside, but you can do it. This is the thing. Put your mind over there, go for it, stay only a bit strict, you don't need a lot. Stay disciplined, motivated, yes you need to be, but motivation is something that you can put on a side, because if you don't have discipline, motivation is for nothing. It's going to hold you a certain period of the time, and then when the motivation, and it's going to happen, slowly start going down, well then, you know, discipline is what it's going to keep you on the path. So please, stay consistent, disciplined, and you're going to reach your goals. That's 100% sure. Guys, please like, share, subscribe, comment, and see you in the next video. Stay strong.